Hello, everyone. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. And I am very excited right now because I have 100 subscribers. So I'm very hype about that. And I want to thank every last one of you for tuning in and showing support. You guys are amazing. So today's topic, I'm going to be talking about guys. So I want to start talking more about my experiences with men because I want to do a whole decentering men thing, kind of like how Exoticals United does. I really love her series because I learned a lot from her decentering men series, and I kind of just want to add my own little 2 cents in there to also show and share my experiences with men. So, when it comes to dealing with guys, I would say that most of the time it has been positive for the past 4 to 5 years since I've had my glow up. I think that men, when they approach you, they can be a lot kinder than women are at first. So, I've had guys treat me well. I want to clarify that. I've had guys treat me well. I've had guys spoil me. But I have come across men who ultimately have tried to humble me, and it always confused me. And it will always catch me off guard because I just didn't expect guys to be jealous of women. And I think as women, we don't really see it coming when men are jealous and they try to humble us because we've been conditioned to think that men are smarter and more logical and wiser and stronger, that we don't think that a guy could look at us and be like, I wish I could be her. I wish I could have her traits. We would think that they're going to be competing with another man, but sometimes that isn't always the case. And another reason why it's so hard to catch it when a man is trying to humble you at first is because men will do it at a very weird time, or they'll do it at a time where you're not expecting it. Like, usually, right after they have love bombed you for a period, they usually will start to throw in the humbling tactics. And they'll try to play it off like they were joking. And a lot of times we brush it off because it's like, hey, we're having a good time with this person, but they just said something I don't really like that. And they're hoping that when they say this, that you just take it as a joke and you don't catch it. And that's like the worst thing to do because it just gets crazier and crazier from there. And I'm not gonna lie, most of the guys who tried to humble me, they usually were at places in their lives that they didn't want to be at. And because I was trying to be kind and I didn't want to reject them, I stayed around hoping that, okay, well, if I'm here, then maybe they'll treat me with that same respect. But nope, they resent you for staying. And I realized the worse off the guy is, the worse that he will treat you. And of course, I feel like men do the whole humbling tactic thing because they want you to believe that there's something wrong with you and that you're the one that has all these issues in life and that they're perfect people. And I also think that this is how a lot of men start the manipulation process on women, is that they get us to think that we're the ones with the issues and that our lives are somehow meaningless and boring without them. By doing this, they get us to believe that they're perfect and we need them. And I think it's really crazy that men have to do this in order to have some type of importance. And it makes you think that if we catch on to this early and we walk away from it early, how powerless a lot of men would be. And of course, I'm not saying that all men are like this. I've had men treat me well. I've had men spoil me and take me on trips and things like that. But I've also had men try to humble me. People automatically assume when you're a pretty girl that you just always have men doing right by you and always having men at your feet, when sometimes it can be true, but we do encounter a lot of men who are jealous. And depending on the type of guy he is, he might even try to put you in harm's way because of how jealous he is. And it really is real. A lot of times we think about the women who are jealous, which is also equally bad, if not even worse. But when men are jealous, they are a different breed. And it's hard to notice this in the beginning stages because, like I said, men, they love to do the humbling tactics at first in that honeymoon stage. So that way, while you're going on dates and you're getting the gifts and everything, you did notice that he did say something that you didn't like, but you're willing to ignore it because y'all are going to this place and that place, and you don't see it coming because this is your partner and you guys are supposed to be happy with each other. And it's like, why are you jealous of me if you get to experience me? And a lot of men, they don't really show those true colors until later on. And once that point comes, it becomes a lot harder to leave because you spent so much time with this person and you've gotten attached to them, and you're hoping for the good moments to come back. But as we all know, that unfortunately, once a man disrespects you the first time, he will continue to do it until you just leave him alone forever. So that's why I advise anybody who is dealing with a man who is making them feel iffy and they've tried to humble them, just leave. Just go. I promise you, nothing will happen. You're not missing out on anybody. Just bounce. I've always been the type to where if a man is disrespecting me or saying something I don't like or doing something that I don't want him to do, I will just leave like that. And a lot of them will get shocked that you just left. And I'm like, what do y'all expect? Like, you're disrespecting me, you're trying to humble me, you're not doing the things I want you to do. I'm just gonna let you find somebody else. But a lot of them get so shocked because they're hoping that you stay there and try to prove yourselves to them. And I'm like, nope, I am not down to prove myself to anybody. If you don't see my worth right then and there, then I'm sorry, I can't help you. And very recently, a guy who tried to humble me in my past, he came back, stalking my social media, liking my post, attempting to follow me. And I was like thinking to myself, like, bro, what are you doing here? Like, you really have the audacity. And at first I wanted to say some colorful words to him because he did attempt to message me. So I wanted to like go all out and be like, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? But I kept my composure. I let that message sit there and I completely ignored it because I had to let him know that when it comes to me, you only get one chance. And with a lot of dudes, I heard Level Up Guru say this. She said that a lot of people who are narcissistic and people who try to humble you, they're coming back to finish the job. And the way that I cut this man off, he said one thing and he was out of there. And I really do think that he wanted to come back and destroy me because he was hoping that he could have destroyed me the first time. And when he saw that I don't play that, when I hear something I don't like, you're gone, he didn't like that. He wanted to come back and humble me again. And of course, that guy, he was miserable with his life. And I really do think that he was jealous of me because I was younger, or that I'm younger and more successful than him. And I'm also beautiful. So he knew that I had all these other potential suitors and options, and I could potentially see that they're better and leave him for them. So, of course, when men see this, they go into panic mode and they don't think, okay, well, let me become better so I can compete with these guys eyeing my girl. So, what they do instead is they will try to humble their woman and get her self esteem down low so that way she won't feel confident enough to go out there and find better and potentially replace them with a guy that's doing better than them. Doing this will really hurt a man's ego because they don't want to be hurt. They want to feel like they're important, which is why they have to do all these mind games and manipulation in order to get us to feel like we're just nothing without them, which is not true at all. And men know that women are very valuable. Men know that women are loved no matter what. And I think that they really do envy that. I think they envy the fact that women are always going to be appreciated and loved, even if we look crazy, even if we have everything wrong with us. There's still someone out there who's gonna love us as women. And as a woman, it's very important to always keep that in mind because it teaches you to never settle. And before you get into a relationship, it's very, very important to know what you want out of it instead of having the guy pull you and drag you every which way, telling you what he wants out of it, and you're completely used or whatever. So, yeah, that was all for my video today. And let me know what y'all think in the comments. Have you ever had a man try to humble you or try to be passive aggressive? Let me know. And I hope every last one of y'all have a fantastic day.